Good morning and welcome to another moment of pause. It is a bright sunny morning, as you can see. I am driving to work to have a conversation about race today, teaching about race, and I will tell you some days it is more difficult than others to talk about race relations in the U.S. But I had a really great conversation with a friend of mine yesterday where we talked about the goals and intentions of having these conversations, just conversations about anti-oppression in general. Unfortunately, what tends to happen is that we get caught up in attempting to change people and to change their perspective and to change their attitudes, and we hope that when we have these conversations that they will walk away from those conversations thinking differently about inequities. What I said to her was this: we have to reframe the way in which we think about the goal of that conversation. So the goal is not that they walk away changed with a changed attitude or with a changed mind. I will tell you, people go through many, many years of racial socialization and gender socialization, and one conversation is not going to change their attitudes, nor belief systems, nor values. But what we can do, and what our goal should be, is we can plant a seed, right? One of the things that I say in my trainings is that people will walk away from these trainings, they will walk away from my classes, walk away from conversations with me, and they will never be the same, as they say in the Black church. They will never be the same, because when they have those deep-seated belief systems rise to the surface, these conversations that we're having, those seeds that we're planting, will also rise to the surface. And people have the option of either suppressing that conversation that we had in the training or in the class, or they can acknowledge them and begin to think critically about their belief systems. So the goal of these conversations is not necessarily to change attitudes and behaviors, but to allow for people to think critically about why they believe what it is they believe, thereby in the long run hopefully changing their attitudes and behaviors. As we engage in this work, ensure that our goals, ensure that our expectations are, rather than changing people in that moment, ensure that our goals and our expectations allow for growth, right? That as we engage in this work, that we see people actually grow, and years from now they can come back and say, you know what, that conversation that I had really stuck with me, and it's made me see things differently, and it has opened my eyes to so many different inequities and privileges. So I hope that that is helpful. For me, it's helpful in that it allows for me to continue to do this work, right? It allows for me to continue to encourage people to continue to grow. So I hope you have a really great Wednesday. Get out